Hey y'all. All right, so I want to talk a little bit about what I do and why it is so important to support your small local businesses and your small farmers. So I only have about 3 acres of land here, and I have really maximized like what I can do here. I mean, 3 acres is not a lot. I'm not this big, huge crop farmer, you know, but I do a lot. I raise, multiple pigs a year. I raise hundreds of chickens here last year just for meat. I have around 50 chickens for layers, you know. We have ducks, we have turkeys, we're getting geese next week. And then I have my garden, and then I have my flowers, and I have 2 greenhouses, so I have a lot. But one thing about small businesses is that, and specifically small farms, is that we have overhead. We have costs that bigger farms, they either don't have, or they're able to subsidize with grants and government funding and lots of other stuff. So between these 2 greenhouses right now, I have about 18 to 20,000 plants. By the time I'm finished with all of my rounds of cucumbers and squash and melons and stuff like that, like, I'll be around 20,000, which is a huge number of plants. Okay, so let me break it down just a little bit for you. Okay, first I have seeds. So this is just supplies. Okay, I just want you to see, the behind the scenes of what I need to get everything started. So I have seeds. I cannot buy small packets of seeds. And I don't buy seeds from, just anywhere. I have specific companies that I order from because I trust them. They are reliable. Their seed is true. I have ordered seeds from some companies, and they're big companies, and they're great. They have beautiful catalogs. Some of their plants are great, but I have ordered packs of seeds and planted them with the intent to sell or grow for a crop to either harvest for my family or for y'all. And it was not what was in the packet. Completely different thing altogether. So the seeds that I order are from companies that I trust where their seed is sourced from, based on what it is and how their growers for seeds grow. Whether it's, what I look at is, do they grow organically? I buy mostly heritage, like heirloom seeds. But I do grow some hybrids for me. I just started with this just for production because we have humidity like crazy here. So it's mainly like tomatoes, but everything else for the most part is heirloom. So I look for quality. And I also have to buy in bulk quantity. So just to let you see, like, some of my tomato seeds some of them are between 50 and $1 per seed. Okay, so said seed has to grow for several months, before I can sell it to y'all. Okay, so that is time. That is a lot of time. That is a lot of work. So each of these nearly 20,000 plants also requires soil, 2 different kinds of soil. So they need seed soil that I mix, and they also need their permanent pot soil that I also mix. And then they need a pot, and then they need a label, and they need a tray for that pot to go into. So each one of my trays holds 36 of the small round pots, 14 of the 3-inch pots, and like 9 of the 4 or 5-inch pots. So I need about 200 of those trays. So the pots this year went up a lot. Some of that, I grow 3 different sizes of pots. I do 2-inch, 3-inch, and 4-inch. Some of those pots went up almost $40, $50 a case. They have less than 1,000 in a case. So I need, so say a case of pots is $200. They went up to 240 or 250, or if it was 180, it went up to 220 or whatever. So they went up a lot. My soil, each one of those materials, they went up multiple dollars each, and based on how many batches of soil I make, that's that cost goes into that as well. Trays, this is why I love y'all. Y'all are so good about bringing boxes and trays, like, for yourself and for others, and I so greatly appreciate that, because I was able to find trays a little bit cheaper this year. I normally have to pay about $2 a piece, so 200 to 300 trays at $2 a piece. That's a huge cost for me, and to give away, it's a lot. So I do appreciate y'all bringing boxes for me, and I try to save, but Lord, I can only save so many boxes. My back porch is only so big. But we have, as small farmers and small growers, we have a lot of costs and factors that go into our pricing. So the way I figure that up is I keep records. I keep logs of, how many batches of soil I make, how much my inputs are, my seed costs, like everything. I keep up with it, and I don't have, how much each individual little plant costs, but I have a roundabout figure, and that's just for cost. This is day and night for me. I'm up out here first thing in the morning. I'm usually don't eat lunch. It's like, okay, kids, let's go make a sandwich, and I'm going back out. And then, after dinner, I come back out and I work for a couple hours, usually past midnight, 1, 2 o'clock. It's just a busy season for me. I love this, like, dirty hands, like, it's my favorite thing ever. It's purposeful. It's beautiful. It's growing something beautiful. It's growing something for food, and it's growing something, not just for me anymore. And that's how it started. I've just grown from me and my husband when we were crazy teenagers and broke. But, so it's a lot of time. So it's not just the inputs, it's a lot of my time, and that goes into that cost. So I can't sell plants at $5 a whole flat. I don't have $2 6-packs. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I love what I do, and my family appreciates my time, and a lot of that time goes away once seeds come in and it's time to get that started. So I really appreciate y'all. There are some of you that have been here since I was at the other house, and I was growing in my little Dixie cups and my egg cartons, and I mean, y'all have been great. Y'all have really, really shown up. So my hopes for this year is that our love that we show for small businesses is put into action, and we truly support these people, including me, that have this passion to do these things for our community. I don't ship anything. I don't go to farmers markets. I don't have extra time away, to sacrifice away from my family to do that. So I do all these things here, and y'all come here, and I love seeing everybody here picking out something that I grew for months and put all this love into, and taking it home and growing it for their families. So let's put that love and feeling into action. And Clover has so many small businesses, and we have so many small farmers now. And I've been doing this for, a long time. I'm not, the best in the world. I don't claim to be or anything like that, but I love what I do. And I don't just grow any old thing. I grow it how, I took what I wanted to grow for my family. And I do the same thing for y'all. I don't do anything different. You know, I put that same love and that same passion and that same time and those same materials, you know, with those standards for my family as I do for y'all, because I know it's important to everybody. You know, not everybody can go, you know, spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars a week at, you know, an organic grocery store and buy these groceries. But you can come here and you can buy plants and you can grow for your family for, you know, by the end of the season for pennies. So you spend a couple bucks on a plant that I put my love and time into, that, you know, that same love from my family to yours, and then you take it and you do it for your family, and that is a beautiful thing. And so just support your local farmers, small, big, you know, just give us that support, and it will make things that much better. So I just want to pop in and say I really appreciate y'all. I love y'all. You're the best. Like, I love Clover. I've lived here my whole life, and we good people. But I will have my final list. It's coming. I have over 100 varieties this year, and each one of those babies is getting ready to go in a pot, and with a label that I wrote myself or one of my kids wrote, or, you know, just, and we're gonna grow some good food this year, y'all. But I love you. Thank you so much for supporting my baby dream for all these years. And we'll see y'all soon. Spring's coming. Love y'all. Bye.